Hello everybody. It's been a really long time since I've given you all an update, and I've received a lot of messages and comments just asking me what's going on, how I'm doing, and I wanted to give you all an update. It's been really difficult to provide the update because I've been so unwell with dystonia. Craniocervical instability is one issue, and then having dystonia. So I've been diagnosed with blepharospasms, which is a dystonia that affects the eyes, which is a lot improved due to some of the things I've been doing. And then I suffer from cervical dystonia and oromandibular dystonia. And dystonia is a very complex neurological condition with unknown causes and really kind of haphazard treatments. And then the main treatment is Botox, which is contraindicated for CCI, which means you can't get it because when you inject muscles with Botox, you lose stability. Sorry, just talking about it is really difficult for me because you are already dealing with one issue and then you have a really severe issue as well. I've learned to manage it decently well by doing a dystonia exercise protocol with a researcher program from a Canadian researcher on dystonia, and I'm on the wait list for a specialized clinic. But for me, it's just been really difficult, I guess, to give you guys an update because there's just so many pieces that are ongoing. It's not just CCI for me anymore. And my CCI was caused by injury, fluoroquinolones, and then major head trauma. But the dystonia, I believe, was caused by an atlas orthogonal. It started within the hour of an adjustment gone wrong, and if I could go back in time, I would. Anyways, that's something I should do another video on, is dystonia and how it impacts my life and things that have helped me. Right now, you can kind of see a little bit of the contractions. They're non-stop, and then I'll have severe attacks if I go outside. So car rides, I just avoid. I'm basically homebound now for the last few months. Just stimulus and noise is a trigger for me, movement, stress. So it's been quite isolating, but the isolation is something I do to manage the dystonia. The dystonia attacks look like seizures, my head locks for hours, panic attacks, fainting, tremors. And then I've received no healthcare in Canada for all of these symptoms, despite us going to the ER, despite us trying to see specialists. Once they hear CCI, they just write my case off as too complex. Then I'm either passed around to the wrong specialists, or the doctors literally shrug their shoulders and send me out of their office. So I'll do another video on dystonia, but something I did want to talk about today was more positive. I wanted to talk about how the PICL number 2 went. So I had a second one 4 months after my first, and I'm about almost 4 months from that second one, three and a half months from the second one. And so I want to tell you how that second one went, the outcomes I've noticed, and some Christmas wins since that second PICL. So some of the wins that I experienced since the first PICL were that I could hold my head up longer. That was the main improvement, was that I could just quite literally be upright longer. I still had severe bobblehead sensation, feeling like my head is not attached, and the dystonia, noise, light sensitivity, and just feelings of general instability and unwell, not being well. But being able to physically be upright longer was really exciting. So I got the second PICL, and that was around at the 4-month mark, and the second PICL went really well procedure wise. And it was really exciting because when we were there, it was the first time in about 3 years where I was able to walk on this flat walkway by the mountains, and I was holding my brace, but I felt so much excitement and joy that I was able to be upright, and so that was such a big win. So I wanted to insert a picture here just so that you could see the beautiful view, and I still remember that immense feeling of gratitude of being able to be upright and walk without my brace for a few minutes. And as a lot of you know, CCI is not linear in healing, and a lot of the wins that I experience are like really hard to identify unless I look way into the past and look overall at the overall theme, because every day is still so difficult, and every day I feel like I'm just surviving, and I still struggle a lot. But that was such a big win, was being able to walk. And then, I still need my brace for the car and my hard collar and wheelchair for travel and all that. But just being able to be upright was the best feeling. Okay, so some of the other wins that I wanted to read out loud was I was able over the last 3 years to make it through 2 PICLs, 10 spinal procedures in total, including PRP and Prolo, and the 2 PICLs, and then 2 intensive neurorehabilitation programs, and then tons of AO treatments that took us hours and weeks and months to get to. So we'd have to stay there. It was just, when I look back at the past 3 years, it's been so much on my body, and I'm just so grateful I got through it. Since my first PICL, my atlas has been holding for 9 months. It was holding before the PICL, so I can't really attribute it to that PICL. I attribute it to me and my family making huge sacrifices and literally living near my AO, and I just gave up everything to get my atlas to hold. And I mean everything. Like, I mean no car, no walking upstairs or hills like they mentioned, sleeping in a certain position with the same pillow for 3 years, even though I was in so much pain, sleeping in that position, not moving my head certain ways, not doing anything to aggravate the situation, no TV, nothing that would pull my eyes and my atlas out of place, no reading books. I mean, this was such an isolating 2 years. But my atlas is now holding, so whether it was worth it, it's hard. I feel better with the atlas in, of course, but my symptoms are not resolved, so obviously there's more to the puzzle. Since the second PICL, I've been increasing my time walking with my brace off, and that's such a huge deal for me. So I'm starting to do walks without my brace. I still use my brace for travel and to get to my walking area. It has to be a very controlled environment, so it has to be a very flat area, and it has to be very, very quiet. Leaf blowers are the worst sound for my brain right now, and they really trigger the dystonia, so I always have AirPods with me to try to create that quiet environment that I need. I did start doing stairs with my brace on, 1 step at a time, because I really feel like not doing movement anymore is also contributing to the dystonia. So I'm really starting to increase my ability to do stairs 1 at a time, which is really exciting. And then I've been doing a lot of shamanic breath work with a shamanic healer, which has been really helpful for processing a lot of trauma, for learning how to breathe through dystonia attacks. So that's been a really big win since the PICL. And then related to the first PICL, my POTS is a lot better with the atlas in and then stabilizing the neck. So my heart rate isn't skyrocketing anymore when I get up. It's sitting at like 90 to 120 if I go walking, which is not bad. And then again, I'm able to hold my head up longer since the first and second PICL. There's no difference that I'm noticing from the second PICL yet. It's just that I'm able to be upright longer, and it is early on, so I'm gonna wait at least 6 months to identify whether I need a third PICL, and I'm gonna check in with my body, and I'm gonna see whether that feels like the right next step. I'm kind of in this waiting place where I'm really hoping and praying every day that the PICL gives me more relief, because with CCI there's so few options, and I'm kind of in this place where I don't want to get myself anxious or think too far ahead because it's a little scary. And then a few of the other Christmas wins that I wanted to share is that for the first time since the accident, so the first time in 3 Christmases, 3 years, I've been able to participate a little bit more in Christmas activities. So what I did was I was able to go online on Amazon and I was able to order some things, and just, you know how scrolling is so difficult, but I put pillows under my arms and I have the phone upright, and I was able to choose a few items, and I chose things like this. So this like beautiful pillowcase, and I was able to kind of put the pillow inserts in, and then I organized our table centerpiece, which I'll show you a video of. I'm so excited about how it turned out. It was a DIY, and I didn't go to any stores or anything because I can't do that yet, but I was able to kind of organize a vision, order the things we needed, and then my mom helped me put them together. And then I was able to paint these hanging ornaments, these light wooden ornaments over many weeks. I just did a little bit a day, and I had to adapt. You know, I've realized like adapting is okay if it helps me, you know, get something done that I love. So I was able to hold the ornaments up with support from a pillow and just like gently paint them, and it was such a great thing. It was the first thing I've been able to do in 3 years that was genuinely felt healing to me and felt like relaxing. It wasn't just me looking out a window in a chair, you know, it was actually something that I was able to do. And then I wanted to show you all the ornaments that I'm painting currently. So again, it's not done at all. You can see it's like a multi-day project. So I'm just gonna finish painting this over the next few days. It's gonna be a poinsettia, like I said, and I just paint it upright, so I'm never looking down in flexion because I can still feel my skull sliding and I get a lot of symptoms. So if you know, you know. The feelings of instability are it's just so unnatural, and it's just not normal. There's no amount of meditating or anything I've been able to do that helps me get used to that. Like, I really think people on my good day would go to the ER if they were suddenly experiencing these symptoms. So it's, as you know, CCI is just a very difficult journey. It's been an exhausting last 3 years. So I'm finding a lot of joy in adapting my environment and healing from the PICL to do little things again. They seem really small, but to me they're just the most massive, huge wins. We move our heads for everything, and so everything in my entire life has been affected, as I'm sure you guys know. So being able to just do little things again is the best feeling. And I just wish all of you happy holidays, Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and let's just pray together and just help each other through this really difficult condition. And yeah, so that's all the updates I have. Bye everyone. So I was able to put this together with my mom. So we got this from the outside. So this is real. This is a tablecloth that we got from my aunt's a long time ago. And then we have the bottle brush trees that I ordered on Amazon. So all of these items, I didn't have to go into a store because I still can't go into a store because of the noise and light sensitivity and instability. But this is Epsom salt here. And then you fill these jars, and then you can put your little choice of Christmas items in there. I just love how these turned out. I think they're so beautiful and so cute, and I'm just really proud that I was able to put something like this together this year. This was not possible for me before the PICLs. So this is the tree, and this is the first year in 3 years that I was able to help decorate it. We got little ballet shoes. Hopefully I'll dance again soon. And this was the ornament that I painted that I showed you all. And then I ordered like ornaments that reminded me of people. So this is for Brayden because he loves video games. This was for my dad, National Lampoon's Christmas. And then for my mom, because we want to go to Paris one day when I'm healed. And yeah, It's a very, very sparkly, fun Christmas tree.